And now, live from Las Vegas, the Joey Ciccone Show. The Joey Ciccone Show. Connected.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Joey Ciccone here. We are at World Center of Broadcast Media, live here in Las Vegas. Happy Friday. I hope you had a great, wonderful week. I did. I'm so happy to be with you today. I want to bring you someone that came to me last minute, actually last night, and I was up pretty much late doing a lot of research on my guest. We always bring you the connected shows, and you know what I'm about. Today, my friends, I'd love you to chat in. Fletch, you jumped right on it. Joey, I found a Las Vegas-based TV show called Mafia. Well, that's good. It aired last night, episode 3. Do you know anything about it? Yeah, I know a lot of things about it, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right? I want to tell you who my guest is because we're going to jump right into it, okay? All right? Today, Joey Ciccone on the Connected Show brings you the real Dominic Montiglio, okay? A little controversy going on out there. I don't want to get into that today. I'm here to promote Dominic. He has taken the time to call in with me today. Dom, can you hear me all right there?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Okay, Scotty, do what you got to do to turn him up a little bit if we have to. All right, I want to talk about Dominic Montiglio, former associate of the Gambino crime family, nephew of Anthony Nino Gaggi, captain in the Gambino family. 1983, basically there was an extortion charge, and he had to do some time in 83. Testified in a few trials, basically for Uncle Nino and basically against Roy DeMeo. Okay, bottom line is Dominic changed his life around. He lives a different life right now. Today he's here in the studio, and we're so happy to have you, Dominic. I know we spoke last night, and it was last minute, but we got a lot to talk about, and I want to get right into it. Okay, I'm going to have my friends chatting in, and if you can't hear me, I'll try to speak up a little louder. Okay, but how you doing?
Speak up a little louder.
All right, how you doing today? Good? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, very good. How you doing? Are you doing good? Bad?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I just had a operation yesterday. They took some shrapnel out of my knee.
They took it out of the knee.
Vietnam War.
Right, is that from Vietnam?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, so they took that out. You're feeling a little bit better than right now, right?
Yeah. It's feeling okay now.
Well, God bless, man. That's great. And
better than it felt yesterday.
What's that?
I said better than it felt yesterday.
You take any of those pain pills ever? You ever try those?
You know what, they gave me Tylenol.
Tylenol? What are you going to do with Tylenol?
I didn't take none of it. You know, I just put up with the pain.
Mink, I'll be taking like 4 Tylenols. All right.
Yeah.
Fletch is one of my fans here, along with a lot of people that chime in. Okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dominic's story, but right now I want to jump into some things. You had a book that was back out in the 70s and 80s called Murder Machine.
Yeah.
Okay, now is that with the time restraints, when I like to call it homework, investigative work, background on all my guests. I really like to do that. With the time restraints and everything, I wasn't able to get that book, but I know enough based on a documentary that Dominic did that we're going to be seeing during the breaks. It's about 11 minutes, but every break we're going to bring you about 3 minutes of it. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. You're going to dig it. That's through.
I did like,
go ahead.
I did like 7-10 TV shows.
What'd you do, what'd you do, like Baywatch and stuff, or what?
No, I did everything. From A&E to, every channel had it at that time.
At that time, they were pushing the documentary, correct? I want to tell the fans, and I want the people out here in Vegas and all over the United States and all different other parts where we get a lot of fans. That's through documentary, A Dog's Day production. It's called Dark Visions. You're going to see it on the break. You'll see Dominic working that. So you got the documentary. We got the book, The Murder Machine. I heard it's very, very good. And I'll be tapping into that book here probably this week sometime. Then I'll send you a copy that you have to sign and you'll send back to me. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, beautiful. Let's jump right into it, because the fans, they've been waiting for Mr. Montiglio to talk today. Okay, all right.
All right. Yeah.
All right. The DeMeo crew. Now I'm not comparing it to any other crew, but I heard it was a badass crew. Okay.
Well, it was the most feared crew in New York City.
Okay, go ahead. Please continue. Please continue. It was very feared, right?
Yeah, they had a tendency to make the bodies disappear.
Would they do magic over the bodies, or they
They had them up, put them in garbage bags, put them in boxes, and then one of the crew, his cousin was a carter, a garbage picker upper, so we call him, and he'd come right down, and we'd throw everything in the truck, and he'd bring it to the fountain, and you'd dump.
And people went by in the garbage truck.
Yeah, their thing was no body, no crime.
Hey, Vinny, thanks for chiming in. Just got here. These are some fans that come back every week. You are with Mr. Dominic Montiglio today. You guys can ask questions, and I will read it to him, because you guys are fans, and I love you guys, man, for being here. Did you know John Gotti?
Oh, yeah. Me and him did not get along.
Okay, you got that right from Mr. Montiglio. You didn't get along to what? He didn't let you borrow some suits, or what?
What's that?
He didn't let you borrow suits?
No.
These are jokes. They're free. Go ahead. No.
Nah, he ruined the Gambino family.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
He tried to be a modern day Al Capone.
Gabish. Yeah. Well, a lot of people have a lot of thoughts on that. I hear a lot of different stories. So, did you deal with his crew at all, also, or I mean, you were just
No.
Okay.
They were the Manhattan crew of the Gambino family. We were the Brooklyn crew.
Gabish. I totally understand. That's good, because we learn all these things because we get it from you. That brings us the facts. The real Dominic Montiglio. Okay. This is what I heard. The Gotti crew. Did they pass on possibly whacking Ray DeMeo?
Well, they didn't do Roy DeMeo.
Did they pass on it?
Somebody else did.
Okay, but did they pass on it? Did they have it?
They wouldn't go near it. They wouldn't go near it, because if you notice in the history of it, John Gotti didn't make a move on Paulie until the DeMeo crew was all in jail, all gone.
Okay, right.
Because he would have never made a move on Paulie with the DeMeo crew, because there would have been no John Gotti and none of his crew left.
Okay, right, okay. All right, so
we were the strong arm for Paulie.
Right. So that was just, I heard things. I wasn't sure if that was true, and I figured today when I was sitting down, I wanted to definitely ask you that question. Listen, we want to roll out of this segment. I want to go right to the documentary where you open up with that. I got some funny stories, too, to share with you. You're watching the Joey Ciccone Show, Connected. We are live from Las Vegas, World Center of Broadcast Media. I'll be right back.
We're going to talk about dark visions. up until yesterday, I was painting 7 days a week. Maybe it averaged out, from the hours I was keeping, it averaged out to about 12 hours a day. To me, it's all about, the bottom line is it's about color. The colors are so important. I don't know, it's like kind of strange because, when I prep a piece, I have no idea what's going to actually be the finished product. They all reflect on places I've been and thoughts I've had, things I think, the past. The gangsters, of course, were a big part of the past. Our family goes back centuries in Sicily, and they were always criminals. They were always mafia. What I always knew was that no matter what, I was going to get kind of sucked into that life. Especially when I got back from Vietnam. I did the music thing, I went to college, I did all of this, but I always knew that it was almost like a thing in your heart where you feel that if you didn't do it, you were letting down the family. And when I say I was the last one, I was the last Sicilian in my family. And the Gambino family is the only family out of all the 26 families in the country that, to be a boss, to be a lieutenant, a capo, you have to be Sicilian. It's the only Sicilian family, which is what it's all about. In other words, Nino didn't let, my uncle didn't let any of his kids get involved in that. So in order for us to keep the power in our family, our little family, he needed someone to take over, his position to keep what we had.
He had a very difficult childhood because his real father wasn't allowed to talk to him, or he wasn't allowed to speak